Here with men's hockey coach Bill Moore. Coach, you had a week off. Probably I don't know if it was a good time or a bad time for you to have the bye week last weekend. But let's talk a little bit about your conference opening series against Hamlin. A great way to start the conference with 9-2 and 6-2 wins over the Pipers. Talk a little bit about, from a coaching perspective, what you took out of those two games.
Well, I think that the biggest thing was Friday night. I was a little worried that the reason we won 9-2 was all the emotion of Veterans Appreciation Day and the camouflage jerseys, and that we just jumped on them from the beginning. And I was a little nervous coming back Saturday to make sure we didn't have a letdown, make sure we were going to play. And I guess the thing that I'm most happy with is that the first period of the Saturday game was an adjustment. A much smaller rink. The ice was not good, which again will then take the two teams and bring their skill levels more together. But then we adjusted in the locker room, didn't lose any confidence, and then came out and really played well after the first period, and can't argue with 9-2, 6-2. It was a good weekend for us.
What's interesting is when you talk to anybody about that weekend, the thing they focus on more than anything is the 15 goals you scored. But if you look at it the other way, you only gave up 4 and 2 in each game. And that's 3 games in a row now. You've held your opponent to 2 goals. And yeah, it's great to score 15 goals, but when you're only allowing two goals a game, that's got to really make you feel good.
Well, it gives you a chance to win every game. With our scoring power and our firepower, if we can hold the opponents to 2 goals against, we're going to win a lot of hockey games.
Talk a little bit about the play of Mike Hill, Conference Player of the Week the first weekend, and obviously a 7-point weekend is a pretty good start to the conference for him. But talk about his impact on this team.
Well, I think he just builds the confidence that everybody else has. I think that he's one of those guys that makes everybody better because he can score. And because he works so hard, he raises the level of all the other players. And the same with Jed McGlasson, Bobby Thompson. Those guys are doing a great job. Austin Balco has been a stud, and a lot of that is because they can't play a checking line against him with Michael Hill and Jed out there. So I think the balance in scoring has made all of our forwards better, because everybody's got confidence that all 3 of our lines can score.
Let's talk a little bit now about that break. You had your bye last weekend. You're playing so well. Is it a little frustrating that you couldn't keep that going and then play next weekend?
No, the bye was perfect for us. Jed McGlasson has a hip flexor injury. Bobby Thompson has a back injury. Brad Fasaro hasn't played for 2 weekends with when he got hit with a puck in the ankle. Nick Gorup was out with an MCL tear. We are very, very beat up right now, and I think one of those things is if you're going to play hard and you're going to be warriors, you're going to get banged up. So for us, the week off was perfect. And yes, you'd like to keep the momentum rolling, but you look at right now playing the Hamlin series, we won 2 games in a row, and 2 of our 3 captains didn't play in the games. So we really needed that break to get guys healthy. We gave them a couple days off. Hopefully their bodies are going to heal, because we're on a run now where we play 7 of our next 8 away, and we can't afford to have any slides on the road.
Let's talk a little bit about your next games. You play this weekend after the Thanksgiving holiday. You've got a game at Adrian on Saturday, and then you get to play the U.S. National Development U18 team on Sunday in an exhibition game. Adrian comes in ranked number 5 in the latest USCHO.com poll. They haven't lost in 6 games. This is going to be a huge test for you.
It is going to be a huge test. I mean, you look at 3 things. 1, we're on the road. 2, our 2 starting defensemen that we've started every night so far, or every game so far, can't play. And so it's going to be one of those things where other guys are going to have to pick the pace up a little bit, and we're going to have to do what we have to do and play the style we've got to play. We can't fall into Adrian's style. We got to get up and go. We got to keep the speed up. We've got to stretch them out a little bit, and we've got to play our style even though it's in their rink.
Well, let's talk then about Sunday. You've got an exhibition game against that U18 team. It's in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Kind of a neat thing for you guys to get to do, but there still is hockey to be played as well.
Absolutely. I guess my hope is that we're competitive. Obviously the U18 team played the Gophers. They lost by a goal. Tied Bemidji State. I think they lost by a goal to North Dakota, or it might have even been the other way. So we're like, holy buckets, what are we getting into? But it'll be a great opportunity for our guys. I think 17 of the 20 two guys they have on their roster are NHL draft choices or are on the NHL scouting list. So we're very, very excited to play. I hope we can play them hard.
So you've got Adrian on Saturday in Adrian, Michigan, and then you go to Ann Arbor to take on the U.S. National Development U18 team.
Yep.
Good luck this weekend.
Thanks. Happy Thanksgiving.